Okay, this goes to a paper here that was presented by Yale. Some people at Yale, Lydia Tarrin, who I'm sure did a fabulous job on her work, and some other people. And the person I, though, have a dispute with is Derek Briggs. Now, I presented my Mudfossil research to him years ago, and he totally ignored it until I finally, well, I totally ignored it. Anyway, you'll see all the emails. Now, exceptionally preserved soft body tissues. I mean, he now all of a sudden he's had a conversion. Now, I just had an email with him not long ago, a few months back in December of 2015. It's 2016 now, towards what, September, October. It's October 26th. And Derek Briggs is now claiming that he's discovered soft tissue body, and he's naming it some name, etacardia or something. Now, here's the from 12:15. Dear Mr. Spur, thank you for your email today and attached materials. My apologies, some of your emails have gone unanswered. He's never answered any of them. He hung up on me on the phone. He's extremely arrogant and doesn't have anything, any scientific interest in this whatsoever that I can determine. And, you know, but he says, oh, you've received from my colleague Armin Morgan. Well, no, not anymore, after I kept making my point that was correct and they had no responses. So he says, I've watched your videos, your website, and all your results once again, and he's never watched it ever, I'm sure. That's my opinion, because if he did, think about if he did, and he came to that result after watching about DNA and CAT scans and anatomists and specimens and blood pouring out of these things and the anatomy. Here he goes. Unfortunately, it remains my view that these are not fossils but rocks that are similar in appearance to various anatomical models. And then he goes on about the DNA can be found anywhere. Well, he obviously has no interest whatsoever, and then he says, go find a geologist. One strategy is to find a geologist. Department of Geology and Geophysics, Derek Briggs. What is this? What's this all about? So then I said back, Professor Briggs, I believe I was disconnected when you hung up on me when I tried to reach you by phone a while back. I have not been able to reach you by email either. I have also not heard from Armin anymore, or anyone else I tried at Yale. And this goes on, I think it was years by this time. I believe you are aware of my claims of human giants and discovered 20 miles from Yale, right down the street. Armin Morgan has stated you feel I possess only rocks that never were alive and not fossils. I have sent DNA tests of videos providing they are fossils. Why am I ignored? This is not clear to me. This is what I said to him. My question is, are you willing to examine my fossils? I believe it is your duty to investigate, but I could be wrong. I would like a long, deserved response, which he has never given me, as I have been trying to get a response for several years. And I don't think I got a response. And anyway, I sent back some, say, thanks for your opinion. I thought I was in the geology department. Anyway, they don't care about this at all. And now he's claiming that he discovered it. So he's totally discredited, in my opinion. All right, they shuffled me off to Armand Morgan, a nice guy, but just a middleman, strictly there for keep people away from where they keep the professors. This is on 3 of 15, and I tried to be nice and tell them all the information and all this business and who I've been working with up in Canada, and so, and then I went, sorry to bother you again, you know, and this was my paper on fascia-facilitated fossilization. Here it is right here. This I sent to him. This is back on 12/24/14. I did this. Fascia with its keratins and collagens is extremely resilient fibrous fabric that protects, coats, and separates bones, tendons, muscles, ligaments, organs, and every component of living tissue. It goes on and on and on. You know, I don't get crazy with all this stuff, but I showed him all the pictures and all of the information and everything. and totally refused to respond. I mean, how do you react to this? I need help. I didn't go to him for anything special. I just wanted him to help. And here's the paper. Here's all the references. I mean, I thought that was pretty good. And that's fascia-facilitated fossilization, and that's what creates these mud fossils. Here I am back with Armin again. Thank you for discussing and your respectful attitude. I thought he was being nice. He was just trying to keep me away. I hope I have not offended you. I'm with my persistence. I understand nobody wants to argue with someone who is simply argumentative with no substance, but this is not my case. I simply want to resolve this one way or the other. And this went on and on and on and on. Okay, it's getting boring here. Hello, Armin. I did the test. The DNA is confirmed. Life was the origin, all of this stuff. I have the CAT scans. The CAT scans are very clear. I went on and on and on. Mud fossil process chemistry is done. Recreated in my shop, which I have. I created feldspar that they turn into. This is hard to ignore. It's impossible to ignore if they were truly doing their job. But they're reading old books to the students and knowing this for years now, that I have presented this and forced this evidence on them, and they have rejected to even examine it and still continue to say that they're experts and they know what reality is based on their old opinions. No, I don't think that's correct. I think that reality should be based on things that are presented to them and examined by them. So I see that as a fiduciary failure, and I think that's a criminal offense. So that's just where I stand, but that's only my opinion. And obviously my opinion has no weight at all. This goes on and on and on. Anyway, I just don't like it. And Professor Briggs is, I feel that he's done things that are not right, that he's avoided the truth of what our whole system and life is about and our ancestry, and that's how I feel.